Good day to you. It is a Monday afternoon. It's just about 3:49 on the 18th of August. Sharing with you about concerns, like a lot of the things, all the things that I share with you daily or whenever you get my videos. It's about life and life issues on a daily basis. And I share these things not simply because I have nothing better to do, but I do it because I know that I'm called to share these. And it's not because of my brilliance or my greatness, anything like that. It's simply that I have a call on my life, and I'm learning more and more. I'm sure I've shared this with you before, that obedience is better than sacrifice. So I'm sharing as I learn and as I uncover and as God unearth different thoughts and different knowledge and different lessons to me. It's exciting that when you have a relationship, when people fall in love, they usually want to tell everybody about this person that they're in love with. And so the more I fall in love with the Lord is the more I want to share what He's teaching me. And certainly I want everyone to know how deeply that I love Him and appreciate Him for just being in my life and considering me to do anything of value. And so this is one of the things that He's allowing me to do that's of great value, I believe. I've been getting a lot of feedback about the value of these videos, and I'm grateful that it means something, and to everybody it means something different. So in that same vein, I want to share with you from Proverbs chapter 23, and it's verse 30, and it's talking about wine, liquor, the drink wine. And let me share it with you. It's verse 30 through, 33. 30, verse 30 through 33. And then I'll give you what has been revealed to me about these verses from Proverbs 23, verse 30. Those who linger long at the wine, those who go in search of mixed wine, do not look on the wine when it is red, when it sparkles in the cup, when it swirls around smoothly. At the last it bites like a serpent and stings like a viper. Your eyes will see strange things, and your heart will utter perverse things. I want to share with you briefly about wine and what it does to your mind. I have never been a big drinker in my life. I'm one of those people that really, if I drink a little bit, I get extremely silly. I laugh a lot, and then I usually go to sleep. So any kind of liquor is not my thing. I think I have a very natural high that when I actually drink wine, which was my favorite drink when I did drink regularly, which is only once every, maybe twice a year, because it was never a big thing for me. But when I did drink, it was, like I said, it was funny at first, and then I'd get really silly and then go to sleep. But it didn't do much for me. I think it actually messed up my natural high. So wine and hard liquor and stuff like that has never been my thing. So it was not hard to give up. And the Lord doesn't require that we not drink. He just says that we have to be very careful. And if we do drink, we have to do it in moderation. So I remember one New Year's Eve, I had some wine. Several years ago, I'd had some wine after midnight. I hadn't gone to church then. And I had some wine, and I left the empty glass on my nightstand. And New Year's Day, I woke up, and for whatever reason, it had to be that the smell of the wine was so almost pungent that I looked to my left, and I was like, what is that smell? And I took the glass and I sniffed it. It was the residue of the wine that was left over in the glass. It was the residue, and it was a horrible smell. And I thought to myself, I put that inside of my body. Did I actually drink that? Now, of course, when I drank it, it didn't taste the way it smelled. It didn't smell the way it smelled the next day. But it made me think, I don't really need that. That's crazy. For that kind of after effect, that kind of after smell, if you will, I just didn't think that I needed it. And I don't think I've really had any wine since then. It was just a turn off for me. And so God doesn't require that we not drink at all. He basically says if you're going to do something, and do it in moderation. In other words, do it where you're not inebriated. Do it where you don't become a fool or behave foolish and cause yourself issues. Like what it says here, I love what it says, verse 30. It says, those who linger long at the wine, those who go in search of mixed wine, do not look on the wine when it is red, when it sparkles in the cup. And what that's telling me is that it's attractive, it's appealing. The wine in the glass, and I have some really lovely wine glasses. And when you put the wine in there and you pour it in, and you, as it says here, those in verse 31, it says, do not look on the wine when it is red, when it sparkles in the cup, when it swirls around smoothly. So you kind of like a wine connoisseur would take the wine, and they'll tell you there's a way to swirl it around before you taste it and all of that stuff. And that's all nice, that's fine. But it's like courting a serpent. So if you read I'll read the rest of it to you. It's like courting a serpent. It's like you're getting ready to put something in your mouth that once it gets in there and starts affecting your brain, it's going to make you, it can bite you. In fact, verse 32 says, at the last it bites like a serpent and stings like a viper. It says your eyes will see strange things and your heart will utter perverse things. Now that's what it's talking about, wine. But it's also talking about, I believe, sin. Once you invite it in, once you let it in, once you start participating in a little bit of lie and a little bit of sin, it's easy to go on to greater sin and bigger sin. And sin, they say, is attractive. Sin is sweet, like wine. It's appealing. And sometimes when you're about to do some kind of sinful act, you kind of whirl it around in your mind and you think, oh, that would be nice to do. And that would give me pleasure to do. So like the wine, that's how sin is. It's appealing, it's pleasurable. But eventually, it will bite you like a serpent, and it will sting like a viper. And your eyes will see strange things, because no longer can you just see what is, you're not, because of the inebriation from sin, because of the drunkenness from sin, you can start seeing things and doing things that you shouldn't be seeing, and things you shouldn't be saying. So wine, if you're going to have it, make sure your motives for having it. Make sure it's not to drunken yourself. Make sure it's not to distort reality, because some people drink so as not to deal with their reality. So wine, like sin, can intoxicate you. It can be pretty in appearance. Someone might be married and they see a woman that they're attracted to, and she looks exceedingly appealing compared to his wife. It looks attractive. And he whirls it around in his mind, and he thinks about, ooh, that would be so lovely. The Bible says that, adultery is not just about the act, it's about the thought. So like wine, it's about the thought. Why are you drinking it? What does it do for you? And just like sin, what does sin do for you? It kills, eventually. Now, if you drink enough wine and you drink it too often, you drink it without any kind of control, it can kill you in the physical, because you can end up with cirrhosis of the liver and all this kind of stuff. But the message is, what does wine do to your mind? Be careful. Be careful. This is not a judgment message. This is a message to say, be careful what you take in, because you might end up allowing yourself to be bitten by a serpent and stung like a viper has stung you. And you'll allow yourself to see strange things, and maybe even perverse things that will make you get into other behaviors that's very unappealing. And when you realize what you've done, the shame is so great. So listen, no matter how attractive the wine looks in the glass, no matter how attractive the sin seems in your mind, Pray without ceasing. Look to the Lord. Seek Him at all times. And He will remove any temptation from you that you cannot handle on your own. Remember, because you have a mind to drink the wine, be careful. It might not be good for you. Until we see you next time, this has been Dr. Judith. You have a blessed day. And as always, God bless you.